अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषु भिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आभिष्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 7, Verse number 8.
Babaji, excuse me, we cannot hear you properly. The sound is very bad.
Why is that? Can hear, Manu? Haribol, can you hear? No? Yes, okay.
Could you describe bad? How does it sound like?
It's hardly audible and very, like from very distant and very blurry.
Also, it is cutting in between. The whole thing is not very clear.
My mistake. I made a mistake, now I fix it.
Is it better now? Can you hear?
Sounds better.
Okay.
Yes, now it is better.
Okay. So we are reading from 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 7, verse number 8, description of killing of Shaktasura, breaking the cart and killing the Asura which had no body. His body was the cart. He was the cart body. So we read that it was Krishna's festival of turning the side or going to the side while sleeping. It also happened to be his birth nakshatra. So then the parents, Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they decided to celebrate this. They invited the Vrajvasis, and while the festival was going on, the baby was given Abhishek and everything. Then he started sleeping. So Mother Yashoda put him in bed under the cart. So then he slept, then he woke up, and when he woke up he was hungry, so he started crying, and nobody listened. He kicked, and that's how the cart was broken. So this name Adhokshaja is also sometimes explained to mean that one who was born again under the axle of the cart. Adha means below, Aksha is axle of the cart, and Ja is born. So that is also another meaning besides that he is beyond sense perception. So then all the Brajvasis, they came, Nanda Maharaj, and they were surprised at how this big cart was thrown off and it was broken. The wheels were out of the axle and everything was spread. All the objects which were hanging on it, they were thrown off. So then they were very surprised. So drishtva Yashoda pramukha vrajastriyaha authanike karmaniya samagataha nandadayascha adbhuta darshana kula katham swamam vai shakatam viparyagat. So all the Vrajastri, the ladies of Vraja, headed by Yashoda, they saw this cart broken, and these ladies who had come there for the festival, and also Nanda Maharaj and other Gopas. So Adbhuta Darshana Akula. So they were very puzzled that what is this? Suddenly you see, if you go out of this room and then you see the car is thrown off, its wheel are out, it's broken, and you wonder who did this. There's nothing. So Katham Swayam Vai Shakatam Viparyagat. So how is that this Shakata, this cart, came into this position upside down by itself? Because they could not think of any cause for it. There's nothing, there were no men there, nothing big there except this baby lying on the cart, Paryanka, the cradle, and other children were playing nearby. So it was difficult to understand that how did it happen. It appeared as if the cart broke by itself without anyone doing anything. So that's why they were Darshanakula, Adbhuta Darshanakula, seeing this very amazing sight. They were very surprised by this. So Yashoda Pramukhaha Yascha Vrajastriya. So Vrajastriya, the women of Vraja, who were headed by Yashoda. Parvani was that festival which was going on. And Karmani iti cha patha. Some place instead of Parvani there is Karmani. Actually in my book it is Karmani. Means there is also Parvani cha. So it doesn't matter, it means both. Parva means festival and Karma also here means festival, means the ladies who have assembled there to celebrate the festival. So Viparyagata Viparyastam Sat Apatat. So Viparyagat means Viparyasta, what you call helter skelter, right? So that's what happened. That is the Viparyagat. Viparyasta means not in order. it was thrown off, astam, asukshepane, and vipari, not in proper order. So it fell, iti uchu iti shesha. So they said like this. The verb uchu is not there. Katham swayam vai shaktam viparyagat iti uchu. So this is what you have to do adhyahar, or you have to apply from outside to complete the sense of the sloka. Sometimes in the slokas, some words you have to apply from outside to make it complete sentence.
In the next verse, Baba, uchu.
Okay, but here in this one it is not there. So therefore commentator says iti uchu iti shesha. So this has to be added.
I have a question about the logistics. The cart was there and the cradle or palank was placed separately underneath, not tied to the cart anyway. So when he kicked it, he remained in his position, but only the cart was torn apart. Is that what it is?
Yes. It looks like, of course there are two ways. One is that you sometimes hang under the cart like a swing and you put the baby in that. Another is that you actually have a cart on the ground, I mean the cradle on the ground or small cot, and put it underneath. So you see both ways in the villages. Sometimes they hang the baby under the cart in the summertime, nice breeze. Sometimes you see a small cot also. So here it looks like that it was a small cot, but I think the word was used paryanka. So that means it was not hanging. But if you think that it was hanging, then we have to understand that when he kicked it, the rope broke down. Because it was a good kick, so it will break the rope. So then we go to the next sloka. ऊचोर अव्यवश्यताम अतीन गोपान गोपिश्च बालकः रुतानेन पादेन क्षिप्तम एतत्न संशयः. So this is the balaka uchu now. This uchu is for the children. They said. So avasitam atin gopan gopischa balaka. So this Gopa and Gopi who were disturbed by this whole thing, avyavasitam atin or avyavasit matin, that their minds were disturbed, not vyavasitam. Vyavasatmika buddhi means fixed, and avyavasitam means not fixed, not able to ascertain what is going on. So bahushakhayanantasya buddhya avyavashayinam, same word used. So avyavasita matin gopan gopischa balaka uchu. So the children who were playing there, they spoke to the cowherd boys, cowherd men and cowherd ladies, seeing that they are trying to understand what happened. So rudatanena padena Shiptam etatna samsaya. They said that this boy, he was crying, and while crying he kicked it. And there is no doubt because we saw it ourselves. Pratyaksh praman. Right? So Pratyaksh praman is the Shrestha praman, the best. So it says, we are the witness, we saw him kicking the cart up. The problem is that Pratyaksh praman or any praman is acceptable when it comes from reliable people. So he said these children are just making it up. How it is possible that this small baby can kick the big cart? Even his foot is not going to reach it. It was high, so how he can kick it? But they were very certain. They were saying, etat na samsaya, kshiptam etat na samsaya, that without a doubt he is the one who kicked, because no one else came there. So he said, yeah, we saw him doing it. Although they did not understand how that he could do this. So avyavasita kim daityadehe kim va grahadehe karma idam iti anishchita matir yesham tam. So they are thinking like this. So unfixed mind or disturbed mind here means that they are thinking that is it that some other daitya has come? Because Putana came few months ago and now this has happened. So maybe some another daitya who is coming. Or is it that it is the job of some graha? The Bal Grahas, remember those Shakni, Dakni, Yatudhani. So they are trying to attack our baby. So whose job is it? They were unable to ascertain that. That is the meaning of avavasita matim. Nate shraddadhire gopaha balabhasitam ityuta aprameyam balam tasya balakasya nate viduhu. So they did not trust the words of the children, because this is only bala bhashitam. This is not apta bhashitam. Right? Pramana is considered as pramana if it is spoken by an apta purusha. So these are balas, means they are not to be trusted. They do not have mature intelligence, mature senses to understand things. They can say anything, they can see and they can speak, but it doesn't have to be that it is trustworthy. So therefore bal bhasitam iti uta. None of them believed that it is possible. It is true also. Even if some Aptapurusha was there, still it will be doubtful. How is that this happened? What to speak when children are speaking like this? Because how this small baby can throw away the cart? And they did not know that this baby has got aprameyam balam, that he has got immeasurable strength. If they knew that, then they would start worshipping him. So for them he is just a small baby, 3 months old. So aprameyam balam tasya balakasya na te vidu. They did not know that this baby has unlimited power. No one can say how strong he is. So this was not known to them. And that is obvious that they have so much love for him as their baby. So how can they think now that he has strength, even strength of a grown-up man? He is just a small baby. He cannot even stand up and walk. He does not even have that much power. He is not grown up. It takes 9-10 months, 1 year before a baby starts walking. So he cannot walk. Forget about walking, he cannot even stand up by himself. So if he does not have that much strength, how can he kick the cart and break it? That's impossible. So therefore what the children were saying, they did not believe in that. So they thought that the children are in some kind of Brahma. They are mistaken. Their knowledge is not proper. So na shraddadhire na vishwasanti sma. So they did not trust the words. Rudantam sutamadaya yashodagraha sankita kritasvastyenam viprahi suktai stanam apayat. So then baby was crying. So Yashoda, Mother Yashoda, she came and she lifted the baby, and she thought that this is the effect of some graha. These are called bal grahas. These some special evil spirits which can come and cause disturbance to the child. Then child can start crying. Sometimes baby starts crying and does not stop. You try to do anything, it does not stop from crying, goes on crying, and you don't understand why the baby is crying. Try to feed the milk, he does not drink. So then we think that it is effect of some evil spirit, or what they also call evil eye. Somebody has done something magical, some tantra. So that's what she thought, that graha shankita. She thought that definitely there is some bad influence on my child. So therefore she called the brahmanas who were still around. They had not left yet because the festival was going on. So she said that please try to exorcise, like they remove the ghost by mantra chanting, incantation, right? Throwing some holy water, rotating some peacock feather around, throwing the mustard seeds, chili. So all these things you have to do. So the brahmanas, they did the swasti ayanam, means swasti part, swasti no indra brihasrava. So vipraye suktahi stanam apayat. So they recited the suktas from the Vedas, and then she fed the breast milk to the baby. So suktahi rakshogna mantrahi. So sukta here refers to the mantras which are specifically recited to dispel the evil spirits. Rakshogna.
Could also be Aksho,
Akshogna? What is that?
destruction of the eye.
Hmm?
Destruction of the eye.
No. It's Raksha, Raksha Yaksha. There's no Akshogna. And then why it should become Aksho? Why Aksho? Visarga there. The word is Rakshas, Sakaranta, that's why it becomes Raksha. So Suktai, so here you can see that Roralopya Purvaschatri Vikrama. It was Suktai, and then Raiswarat Sarveshwara Gopale. So there is Gopala, Ra, right? Then Visarga becomes Raram. Then Ra is being followed by Ra. So Purvascha Lopa is dropped. And Soladi Trivikrama, so nothing happens. So it remains Suktai, Rakshogna Mantrai. Kritam Swasti Ayanam Yasya Tam. And then they chanted the suktas for the baby. And she gave breast milk. Purvat sthapitam gopair balibhi saparichadam vipra hutvarchayan chakrur dadhyakshata kushambudhi. So then Nanda Maharaj, he asked powerful gopas, wrestler tribes, that please bring this cart, fix it, because you need strength to bring all these wheels and axle and put them together. So Balibhi Gopai Purvat Sthapitam. So they fixed the cart and placed it in its original place. It doesn't have to go to the garage. They repaired it there itself. And Saparichadam, all with all its various parts, they were all put in place. And on the other side, the Vipra Hutva Archayan Chakru Dadhi Akshata Kusha Ambodhi. The Vipras, they did a Havan, fire sacrifice, and then they worshipped the cart. With yogurt, with unbroken rice, akshata, with kusha grass and water. So it is important to worship also your instruments. You have to also respect them. So in India, when they have marriages in the villages, they worship even the well. They worship the potter's wheel. Now probably there is no potter's wheel anymore. But in the olden days, they used to worship that chalk and well, and temple, of course. So all these things were worshipped on occasions. So cart was also worshipped. Why cart was worshipped? Because it is cart which flew away. So they thought that maybe some evil spirit is inside the cart. So if there is anything like that, we have to purify that also. Some impurities have come inside the cart. So therefore, they did arti for it through some dadhi akshat and water. So Balibhihi Balvadbhi Gopai Purvadeva Shaktam Sthapitam. So Balibhi here actually means Balvadbhi, powerful, not the Bali which is offered. Bali also means what you make an offering. It is also called Bali, like Bhut Bali. So that's not the Bali here. Means here the powerful Gopas. So the cart was placed as it was before. Tasya brihatvam vyanjitam. So this word Balibhi here indicates that this cart was of huge size, because it belonged to Nanda Maharaj. He is the chief, so he has to have a bigger one. So that's the message. Archayan Chakru iti Gopajatinam tad ashraya pradhanatvat sanchita dhanaspadatvena lakshmya adhishthanatvacha. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti gives a reason why they worshipped the cart. So in India, when people buy a car, they also worship the car when it comes home from the shop, right? They make swastik, break coconut, some incense, and then they tie something to it. So he says that for these cowherd people, cart is very important, right? So they depend on it. Anything they have to transport, because they must be also doing some farming. They have to carry their milk. Maybe they have to carry sometimes bhusha for the cows. They don't explain it in Bhagavatam, but when you have animals, you need also to carry things. So cart is important. So therefore it says tada ashraya pradhanatvat, that this is their chief means of transportation and it's an important part of their life, therefore they worshipped it. Also he says whatever they store, then they also keep it in the cart, especially when cart is not being used in the rainy season. So this is also the place for Lakshmi. Lakshmi adhishtanatvat. Because what is their wealth? Their wealth is ghee, butter, etc. So we already read that all these things were hanging on that Kopya Bhajana, right? Bhajan means pots made of gold, silver, etc. So they were all hanging on that. So therefore it says this is their adhishtan. This is also their wealth.
Lakshmi
Maybe
here.
this is the same card they probably using going from Gokul to Vrindavan.
Yes, maybe, but maybe not quite possible. Yes.
I'm just wondering, the word Lakshmi here, is that being taken in the sense of physical wealth or also in reference to the
Yeah.
Devi?
Physical one,
Uh-huh.
not Devi. Just wealth in general. Because we already saw that all these things were hanging on the cart. Earlier it came.
I see. So then, what's the difference between Dawn and Lakshmi?
Well, that is the reason it says Sanchita Dhan Aspadatvaina Lakshmi Adhishtanatvacha. Means it is where they store their wealth. So therefore this is just place for Lakshmi. Yeah? You can say it is Devi. Material wealth, presiding deity. Saying it is place in which she resides. But they are not worshipping it in general. So in Vedic culture, everything is respected. That is also an important thing to understand. If you read Hari Bhakti Vilas, then it says that you should not move the asana on which you sit and do puja with your feet. So that is also disrespect to that. So that also has to be given respect. So it's just an idea that everything should be respected. Okay. So Srinandastu Brahmana आशीभिरेव मैं बालकः कुशली इति जानाति स्मैति अहय इति स्वयसूयानृतदम्भैर्ष्या हिंसा मान विवर्जिता न तेषां सत्यशीलानाम् आशिषो विफला कृतः इति बालकमादाय सामर्ग्यजुरपाकृतै जलै पवित्रौषधिभिरभिषिञ्च्य द्विजोत्तमैः वाचित्वा स्वस्त्ययनं नन्दगोपसमाहितः हुत्वा च अग्निं द्विजातिभ्यः प्रादादन्नं महागुणम्. So now he is explaining what Nanda Maharaj did. So he says that Nandagopa Samahita Vachitva Swastyayanam Utvacha Agnim Dvijatibhya Pradat Annam Mahaguna. That he gave food to the Brahmanas after performing the yajna, and they recited the mantras. Now in the first sloka, the characteristic of these Brahmanas is being given, that they are free from envy, asuya, and they are truthful, anrita, dambha, they are free from pride and jealousy, irsha, himsa, and violence, and mana, pride, vivarjita, free from. So these are the qualities of the people. And therefore because they are all very truthful, Satyashilanam Ashisho Kritaha Viflana. So when such people they give blessings, then that comes true. It does not go in vain. So people ask for blessing, so blessing comes true, and person who is blessing has to have a character like this. And these are the qualities of the Brahmanas. So they are Satyashila, they are very devoted to truth, and they are not jealous, envious, and hypocritical, proud, violence. They don't have such characteristics. So when such people they speak, then their words have power in it. Therefore he took the boy, ti balakam adaya, samrigi rajur upakritai, jalai pavitrosdi bhir avishitya dujatam. So these Brahmanas, they chanted the mantras from Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samveda, and then that water was used to give abhishek to the baby. So upakritai jalahi, the water which has been sanctified by the mantras from the three Vedas. Then also pavitra aushadhi bhir abhishitya dujat. And some auspicious herbs were also mixed in this water. And then Krishna was given bath in that water. So for his well-being, removing any evil spirit, Balagraha, etc. So once this has been done, then he respected the Brahmanas and gave them food. So Srinandastu Brahmana Ashi Bhireva me balakah kushali iti janati smaiti. So Nand Maharaj knew that my son, he will be safe only by the blessings of the Brahmanas. Otherwise we cannot protect him. But if these Brahmanas they bless him, then no harm can come to him. So he, knowing this, then he did. So mano garvah, mana here means pride. Tesham tai krita ashisho na viflaiti vishvasyati shesha. So he had this trust that if these Brahmanas they bless, then that blessing will not go wasteful, it will come true. Upakritai samskritai. Upakritai here means sanctified. Pavitra ausdhayaha sarvausdhi mahosdhyadeyo yatra tairjalai karanai. So various types of aushadhi. Aushadhi here means the various types of herbs which were mixed in this water, and with that he was given bath. Dijottamai kartribhi abhishitya abhishekam karyatva. And this bathing was done by the Brahmanas while chanting the mantra. Utva havitva mahagunam atusadu amodyuktam. And then he made them do a yajna, and then he fed them very delectable and fragrant amodyuktam. Nice smell was also coming from the food, and it was very tasty. So he fed them, because by now everybody was hungry. So gavaha sarvagunopeta vasaha sayuk sragyuk malini atmaja abhyudayarthaya pradatte chanviyunjata. So he gave them cows, and not cows like what you see in Kathopanishad, where This boy's father was giving all the dead, half dead cows. What is the name of that boy who went to Yamaloka?
Svetketa.
Nachiketa.
Nachiketa.
So Nachiketa's father was also giving cows. He also did Visvajit Yagya, in which he gave everything, but he was giving all cows which were worthless, no milk. That's why Nachiketa said, I'm also worthless, you better give me also, since you are giving all useless things. So that is not what Nanda Maharaj is doing. He says, Gavah Sarv Gunopeta, that cows which had all wonderful qualities, means they were beautiful, they were young, and they were giving milk. That is the Sarv Gunopeta. And they were all nicely decorated. There was a cloth on them, and then garland made from gold. Golden garland. If you give the ordinary garland, maybe they will eat it. So he gave golden garland, Rukma Malini. There was also flower garland because Shrak is there. So Shrak, Rukma, Malini, both types. So why did he do this? So Atmaja Abhyudaya Arthaya, for the purpose of bringing good to his son. So this shows what we know is the Anukulyana Krishnaanusilnam, Bhakti Uttama. That their only thing is that they want to give Gava, here should be Ga, it should be Ditya Bahuvachan, not Prathama Bahuvachan. Because Gava is the karma, not the karta. So he gave the cows. So Gau, Gau, Gava, Gam, Gau, Ga. It's a very special word in Sanskrit, Gau. It has got very special forms. And this is the one word which has got maximum number of optional forms. Some maybe few hundred. All types of forms. That shows that this word is so much in usage. Because Vyakarana is also based on usage. So in different parts, different words were used for the same vibhakti. So they all have been assimilated by Panini. So Gunaha Bahupayasvai.
Tvadaya.
Here it says Bahupayasatvi. Bahupayastvi Ityadaya. I don't know how he made the word Bahupayasyatvi.
Bahupaya is two. Is what I know.
But what is that? Payastu? I think this ta probably is either some special form. It should be Bahupayasvi. Means they have a lot of milk. And then iti adaya. So Bahupayasvi iti adaya. But maybe takara comes. We had that Saramit Tanabhyam.
Has that exactly? Bahupayasvi.
Payasvi?
Payasvi.
Okay, so this ta seems to be a mistake. Because the word is payasvi, means which has payas. Payas asti asya iti payasvi. Vini pratyay. Like you have manasvi. So like that payasvi. So unless the ta Sarame Tanabhyam Tagua Vaktavya, remember that sutra we just did. But that is only in Sandhi, this is not a Sandhi. Anyway, unless there is some special sutra, but otherwise this taram seems to be a mistake. So te vipra anuanantram ayujjata svichakru. So when you give charity to somebody, that person should also accept it. Not that you force somebody. Like somebody does not want to eat and you force that person to eat, then that doesn't make him happy. So some people, they don't want charity, they are akinchana, and if you give them, then they become upset. Why you want to give? I don't want. So my Nyaya teacher was like that. Sometimes people will give and he used to say, Jabardasti de rahe hai. I don't want, why they give me? His statement was dhakke se de diya. So some sadhus are like that, they don't want to have anything. So some brahmanas are also like that. So therefore here it says that they also happily accepted. Why? Because this is Atmaja Abhyudayartha. This is for the welfare of Krishna. So they are ready to take that as this is also service. So Vipra mantra vido yuktaha tairya proktastatha shishaha tanisvala bhavishyanti ne kadachitapi sputam. So again this point comes here. Earlier it was also said that their Ashirvad is not Vifla, Shisho Vifla Nakrita. And here again it is repeated. So that shows the power of the Brahmanas. He says that these Vipras, they are not ordinary just Brahmanas by birth, but they are mantra vida. They are the knower of the mantras. So Brahmana has to know the Vedic mantras. And they are yukta. Yukta means yogi. So there it could be their adjective of Vipraj, or it could mean separate also. So tairyaha proktas tathashisha ta nisfalana bhavishyanti kadachitapi. So he says that a blessing which is given by Vipras, Brahmanas who are mantra vida, the knower of the mantra, or a blessing which is given by yogis, then their blessings does not go fruitless, nisfala. Never. Kadachitapi. This is certain, sputam. So here this yukta means a yogi. Krishna also uses this word in Bhagavad Gita. Gyan Vigyan Triptatma Kutastha Vijitendriya Yukta iti uchyate yogi Samalostasma Kanchana. So that yogi who is Vijitendriya, who has control over the senses and who is satisfied in his own knowledge and experience of it. Gyan Vigyan Triptatma Kutastha Vijitendriya. So Kutastha means he is fixed, and that's why his senses are stable. So such a person is called Yukta. Such a yogi, Yukta iti uchyate yogi. Such a yogi is called Yukta yogi. I think it came in Sankhya Karika also, Yanjani yogi, Yukta yogi. Two types. Or was it in Yoga Sutra? So there is also Yanjana yogi. Means he is not Yukta yet. So Yukta iti uchyate yogi, and his Sama Loshta Asma Kanchana. He sees the piece of clay, stone and gold equally. So then such people, if they speak something, as earlier he said that they are Satyashila, they are truthful. So when such people they speak, then it comes true. So Rishinam Punaradhyanam Vacham Artham Anudhavati. So when they say, then the artha runs after their speech. That is their quality. Yes.
I was interested in that topic. In that sometimes we hear about rishis or yogis giving curses or giving blessings, and there's some sense that they have this acquired merit or shakti or whatever you want to call it, and when they issue a curse or they issue a blessing, they're using a power as such to ensure that this outcome will take place. So, in the context of these brahmanas or an exchange like this, when these brahmanas are giving blessings, are they in a conscious sense thinking like, let my punya be cast in this way that this person will achieve such and such? Or is it like they're just speaking in a way that's befitting and likely and is sort of just a natural statement which is like a gesture of goodwill or something like that?
Yeah, it is just a gesture of goodwill, but their goodwill comes true. That is the point which he is saying. They are not thinking that now I will bless and my punya will be reduced by this, and I am doing it consciously. No, they do it. Whatever happens to punya, etc., that happens naturally.
So then what would be the causal force that's making their blessing come true?
Because of these characteristics. You see, when you align yourself with nature, then you become part of it. So then it also moves with you in a way. And if you are going against it, then it doesn't care for you. If you don't care for it, it doesn't care for you. So dharmo rakshati rakshita. Dharana dharmiti ahu. Dharma dharayate praja. So dharmo rakshati, there is another part which then says dharmo rakshati rakshita. So if you protect dharma, then dharma protects you. Dharmo rakshati rakshita. It protects you if you protect it. So that means if you follow dharma, then dharma also follows you. That is the idea. That's why that statement is from Uttar Ramcharit, that Rishinam Punaradhyanam Vacham Artha Anudhavati. Lokikanam, first line is that Artham Vacha Artham Anubhidyate, something I don't remember exactly, but second line is this. So the meaning is that they are so much aligned with dharma or with nature or with truth or reality that they become one with it. Because this material world, when we see from our dharma point of view, it is also working on some dharmic principles. That's why Krishna says that I come to establish dharma. When dharma goes out of balance, then there is chaos. So he comes because Vishnu Shakti Rahi Palani. Vishnu is the Palaka. So how does he maintain it? By establishing dharma. If dharma is established, then nature is functioning properly. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartati agayurindriyanamo mogham partha samyakti. So what is that chakra? That chakra is also of dharma only. Right? It's talking about yajna. And according to Purvimamsa, dharma is yajna. Right? Chodana Lakshana Artha Dharma. That's how they define. And what is that Chodana is about? Swarakamo Yajayat, Mahinshat Sarva Bhutani, all this. This is the Vidhi. So this is Dharma. So Sahayagya Praja Srishta Puravacha Prajapati Anina Prasuddhame Savastu Ishta Kamaduk. So this is the system. This is the dharmic system. And this is how the Vedic culture was established. So then everything ran. That's why nature was giving the needs of people without working so hard. That rain was coming at time. You don't have to plow the land. This was called Daiva Matrika. Means without need to plow the land or to water the land. Daiva Matrika means just rain will come when it is needed. So you get your food, no problem. So that is when human beings were following the dharma. So when dharma diminishes, then you have to work harder and harder and harder, and still you don't have enough. So that's what it says, that Devan bhavyate, te deva bhavyantu, parasparam bhavyate se shreya paramavapsate. So this is the basic principle of nature. Dharma.
But in this case, because they were doing all these purification rituals and then blessings, these blessings, they were meant, I mean, the intention of blessing Krishna was just for his protection and was like a kind of service.
Kind of?
Service. So then all this idea of punya and reducing is not the case.
Is not what?
It's not happening, I think, or it's still happening.
It's not happening.
So the question is, now these brahmanas, they were blessing Krishna and they were doing all this ritual for his protection, but they were doing it as a service to him.
Yeah.
So in that case, my question is, their punya, they were not reduced by giving blessing.
No, there's not. There's no reduction in punya.
There's no reduction in punya. Mm.
Anything else? Okay.